Hey guys, I am Sebastian Gonzalez. This is Dr. Don Costantino. We're locally world famous chiropractors who are going to show you today how to sit for a very long time without having low back pain. I know, because I really want to get the world record of being able to sit for what is the world record, do you think?
I have no idea.
If a plank is 5 hours or whatever it is, sitting is probably, what a horrible, what a horrible competition.
Yeah.
Anyways, sitting does not have to hurt all the time, and it does hurt people with low back and neck pain. And so we're going to cover today some strategies that you can use to actually feel better while sitting, because everybody's got to sit for a little bit. Just don't try to be the world record holder. We're in Huntington Beach. We're locally world famous, in case you didn't know. Just like the pastrami sandwich shop, I do love pastrami. I'll change my efforts one day, but I swear, De Simone's is really the best. They've been there for like 50 years. You don't know where they're at because you're not on Huntington Beach, but they're right up in North Huntington. Killer.
All right, well, I guess I'll try it.
They have a free salad bar and all that stuff, and your food's out in a couple minutes. They're just like clockwork.
He's just trying to convince me because I said I don't like pastrami.
It's one of those types of places where you go and they have you know how you can tell police officers give their badges there? Or in the firemen, it's one of those places you're like, oh, they totally eat, they know the good places. Anyways, so we're going to cover low back.
Let me start. Let me start.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I actually don't know where he's going to go with this. I asked him this question before the video. And people ask us all the time, but I want to be able to sit for a long period of time without pain. My answer is always, you shouldn't though. We don't need to be stagnant for long periods of time. My advice all the time is put an alarm on your phone. Every hour, just get up and move around a little bit, and that can help. But it's just, we can't tell people what their goals are and aren't, right? So if your goal is to sit for a long period of time, Seb's got some answers.
Well, I would take this as, I want to feel capable of sitting through a movie.
Gotcha.
I would take it as that. That's
okay.
Again, if they want to be the world record holder, that is a completely different story. And sitting's a skill like everything else. Just kidding. But there are strategies you can use to feel better while sitting. Now, your suggestion of getting up and walking is good, especially when people are dealing with back pain, and it's worse when they're sitting. And we have a general saying that the best posture is the one you're moving to in 15 minutes. So it's ever-changing postures. Yet, if I'm in a movie theater, I'm not going to get up and move around all the time. So you have to have a little bit of that skill in your skill bank too.
Okay, I appreciate that. I didn't think of it that way. I was just like, don't be lazy, just get up.
I don't know what they're at. They might be asking something like that. Because I actually it'd be a big tangent story. I was watching one of my favorite movies, Jurassic Park, in the theater, and I was having back pain. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those nice, cushy, loungy, and also big, lazy boy. My legs aren't long. I really couldn't. I was just squirmy the whole. It was unbearable. Mm-hmm. I would have rather been one of those crammy chairs. I would have been better off.
Yeah.
So I think we all want to build the ability to sit for long periods without having a problem, because it's just a nuisance. So let's grab that chair then. Okay. So what I want you to do is wait. Did you want me to sit or you?
Well, you're taking us through it, right?
Go ahead and sit.
Cool.
So Dawn's going to be sitting. I'll just give her a couple corrections here. And the first thing to note is that if we're talking about an office chair, it's very different than a movie theater. But we can use some of the same strategies involved. However, the environment changes, the chair changes, so we don't really have a lot of control over a long, lazy boy chair. Perhaps don't buy that movie theater, which I wouldn't do it again. Probably good for some people, not others. So the first thing I want Dawn to do is I want you to know that it doesn't take work to sit well. It shouldn't feel like you have to work to keep good posture.
Okay.
If you feel like you're having to work at it, you're doing it poorly.
Okay.
Scooch to the edge of the chair for me. Good. Now there's these couple bones right here on your buttocks area. They're called sit bones because I want you to sit on them and put them into the front part of the chair. Good. Now we can use the same strategy with going backwards in the chair too, but just for keeping this clean, we'll do this way. Okay, now hands on the hips. I want you to dial the pelvis forward and backwards and forwards and backwards, and then find a place that feels very painless and effortless. Good. Breathe through the belly. That's all you do. The thing is I'll walk this area, I'll walk this up to the camera so you can see. The spine, just by general architecture, we'll say, bony architecture, it doesn't really have a good chance. Look at this guy. It's like a stack of columns front loaded with a big old chest on the front, and if you're reaching out in the front to get your soda and stuff, you got no chance, right? The thing is, in the center here, there's a water bolus. Think of a water balloon full of organs, and it actually works very well to be buttressing, or it compresses against the front part of the spine in a good way, and it supports it, especially in things like seated position. And so if you use your diaphragm to pump down into this area with deep breaths, it builds support in the area. So use the water balloon more as the support versus your perfect posture muscles. And so dial it around. Go wide stance for me a little bit. Again, you can slide all the way back in the chair if you want to. And then if it feels like your ribs are popping out, then you're probably too archy. Don't fight it so much. Just good, settle, breathe, deep, relax. Work on your computer. That's probably going to be the easiest solution. The second thing is again, I'll coach you into sitting in the back of the chair. So let's go to turn the chair that way again. Good. I always like coaching this one. I want you to stand up. Place your these on the front part of the chair. Good. Grab the handles when you go down, but not right away. Try to wipe your butt on the back of the seat. Good. Wipe it, wipe it, wipe it, wipe it, wipe it, wipe it, wipe it. Doesn't it feel like the chair is eating you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Breathe. Watch TV for 10 hours. That'll work. But now, put your legs out and do this weird squirmy thing that people do with their legs. They try to
If I wanted to stay in this position, they won't even go there.
Yeah.
But if I tried to, then I'd have to.
Right. So this chair might be a little too high for Dawn. But now she's here. Now, because you're doing that, then all this slides out of the chair. Mm-hmm. And now you're putting yourself in an unopportunistic position again, and your body has to fight to be in a perfect seated position for a long time. So I would let your feet do the work, let your breathing do the work. It's probably the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I've used that strategy a lot personally.
I like it. I'm one of those people who can't sit in a chair like a normal human being. You always see me in the office, I'm like, But then I'm just in so much pain, so then the only way to get out of it is it's crazy how just a simple thing like that can really help.
Yeah, but again, the perfect posture is the one she's moving to in 15 minutes. So there's nothing wrong with switching back and forth. But if you're dealing with really aggressive low back pain, maybe we have to be a little bit more diligent about what your position is now, and then we can give you more freedom to move later. Because there's nothing wrong with these movements you're doing. Because if you think about people who are able to sit for when you were younger, how many hours could you sit in school and you had no back pain?
Oh, I don't even remember having back pain when I was younger.
Right. So that's because it's not because you were young, it's because you didn't have a current problem. So a lot of times people just don't build support or let their body build support after having a current problem.
Building support, that's the next step, always, right?
And also you probably notice later that when people get older, show me how an older person sits. This actually makes them feel pretty darn good. Because if they're stenotic in the low back, this will help out with increase in hole size. So
what is stenotic?
Stenotic is when the little holes in the back of the spine, it's when the little holes, I'm playing this guy like a guitar. So usually older people who have back pain, they have these little nerves, and those little holes just start to narrow, and so bending forward opens the hole size. And so them sitting like that, even walking in a walker, bending forward, it makes them feel pretty good. Younger people, their disc a lot of times will drive the problem. Rounding forward will make it so the disc gets irritated. Bending backwards in your quote-unquote perfect posture will make it feel better. So everybody's a little different with what drives their problem, but what we do know is that breathing and getting the legs to support will help you sit longer. Yep.
So sometimes one position can help one person, a different position can help another person. You just got to try it out. If you want some help, we can help you. We'd love to help you. We are located in Huntington Beach, California. Reach out to us, give us a call, send us an email. Is that somewhere on there that they can see, or should I just say it?
No, we're going to put emails.
Okay, so yeah, give us an email or shoot us an email. Give us a call. We can also help you virtually. This is one of those things that we can look at on a video chat and just kind of help take you through it. So just reach out to us, let us know what your goals are, and see if we can help you at all with that.
Cool. See you guys next time.